everybody. How's it going? Let's talk about this new pedal here from GFI Systems, the Duophony. First off, let's talk about the hardware. We have your input and your output. It can be configured to stereo in, stereo out. In my case here, I just have a mono signal going in and out. Then next you have your X and Y channel. This pedal is basically a parallel processing effects loop pedal. It's pretty cool. You can also process it in series, but in our case here, we're going to do parallel because that's where this thing kind of shines. It's sort of the purpose of it, I think. So yeah, you have your send return for your X channel and then your send return for your Y channel. Then you have an expression input, and then you also on the back here have your MIDI input. And then you have this touch control panel on the front here, which does various controls various parameters, and then you have this multi-control secondary button here. Both encoders can be clicked in, and they have basically three different sort of states: a click, a turn, and a click and a turn. So let's talk about kind of the interface here. So first off, you have your mix for each X and Y channel. So blue being the Y indicator and then green being the X indicator. So let's set this to about a 50% mix. Then next you have your gain controls for the X and the Y channel. So you can go all the way off or plus 6 dB, it looks like. Yeah, so let's set this back to where I had it. I think it was about half. Same for this channel here. You can control that. Then you have your secondary button here. Let's go into that real quick. So this can set your dry signal. So you can do, 100%, 0. Let's do about 50. Then the secondary click of this gives you your speed and depth, which this is for the LFO. So let's talk about the LFO. This is probably the really cool thing about this pedal, in my opinion, is the LFO. You're able to pan between the X and or modulate between the X and the Y channel. So let's go into that here. So you click the X encoder and then you turn. Oops, sorry. So you click, turn, and then let's do that again. You click, you turn, and then you can hold it down, and you can set modulation on or off. So let's keep it on. So as soon as you release, it takes you into this panel here, which gives you your different LFO shapes. And then also, if you are running a stereo input here and output, you can set it to panning. In this case here, normal is just centered. So you have your different LFO shapes here. You have your sine wave, your triangle wave, your exponential saw wave, reverse saw wave, square, and then your two variations of pulse. Let's set this to sine wave for now. Just click this. Now let's turn on that loop from earlier so we can kind of hear what's going on. All right, so let's go into that LFO again. Let's I don't know here. Let's set the shape to, let's maybe do pulse wave here. And then let's click this secondary button. Let's bring this speed up so we can kind of start hearing what we're doing here. And then let's set the depth to pretty much full just so we can get something. See that? You can really hear it there. And then this here, the secondary button, if you want fine control over it, you can, over the speed, you can hold it down and turn this here. All right, let's go back or click this. There we go. And this LED here, which is nice, it's indicating the LFO, which is pretty nice. Let's go back into that. Let's do a different shape. So I like that. Say we like the way that sounds. We can then save the preset by holding down both these encoders. And then I'm going to save it to bank A here. Or bank 1, A channel. Cool. And now let's bring this other synth voice here. And let's go to the B setting here. This is just a variation kind of the mix and these various parameters and a different LFO. Something a little slower. Go into that there. Let's change the speed of that. Let's do it real slow. Let's bring in our dry signal a little bit here. So we like that. Let's go ahead and save that now to B, and that patch is saved. So yeah, that's kind of how I've been using this. There's lots of different ways of using this. There's a pretty in-depth global parameter guide. There's some pretty interesting tempo syncing things you can do with the MIDI, and I'm sure there's some awesome things you can do with the expression control too. But yeah, that's been the Duophony from GFI Systems. I hope you enjoyed that. Take care.